Okay, so now I finished all my stitching that I want to do with the satin stitch. And when I did this part here, I really, as I was doing it, I was like, I should have done a straight stitch. I'm not going to zigzag, or sorry, seam rip it, so I'm just going to go with it the way it is. In the next step, I just realized all the messy stuff you can see behind me on both sides. In the next step, I'm going to do some fun decorative stitching. So if you look at my picture again, you can see a hint, oh, oops, over here, of a tree. And it's a really simple tree using a basic straight stitch, and I just wing it, basically. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to put the tree over here. See where my finger is? I want it to be sort of away from the moon. So I'm going to do it in this gray thread. One thing I was going to mention, I would have done all of that satin stitching in black if I had my thread with me, but unfortunately I have no black thread here, so I went with gray. So we're going to make a tree. I'm going to pick my spot right over here. I'm not going to backstitch. I am going to hold those threads again, and I'm just going to go up, and I'm going to sort of make a little branch. And then I'm going to put the needle down, turn it around, and follow that line back to the bottom. And if I go off a bit, that's okay because it's a branch. So now I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to go a different branch. So this time I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And I'm not doing a perfectly straight line because branches are not perfectly straight. And I go back down again. And this time I'm going to just go over a stitch and do another one. And I'm going to have it curve in the other direction. Okay. And I'm going to go back. Make sure when you're doing this that your needle goes down before you start turning your fabric around. Go back down to the bottom, needle down. I'm going to lift my presser foot. And this time I'm going to actually come back through here, and I'm going to go quite a bit higher than I have before. Right into there. And then I go back, follow my line again. And I think I'm going to do one more because I always like to do an odd number. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more, go over a little bit. I'm just going to make this a wee little crooked one. I'm actually going to pivot a bit here. And turn it around and come back again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back and forth along the bottom and make it sort of like the snow at the bottom of my branch. So I'm going to back stitch, I'm going to go forward, and I'm not going to totally follow the same line. I'm going to allow myself to get a little bit crooked and have a little bit of fun with it. Okay, needle up. It's pretty subtle. I don't know if you can see it. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the needle. I'm going to bring the thread to the back, tie it off, cut it, do that with both threads.